President Joe Biden is extending a warm welcome to Kenyan President William Ruto, marking the first state visit to the United States by an African leader in over 15 years. The two leaders are expected to hold a joint news conference at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which you can watch live here.
Distinguished guests, please rise if you are able, as honors are rendered to the President and remain standing for the arrival of the President of the Republic of Kenya and Her Excellency Rachel Ruto, and the playing of the national anthems of the Republic of Kenya and the United States.
Ruto and his wife, Rachel Ruto, arrived at the White House for a grand ceremony, emphasizing the growing importance of the U.S.-Kenya relationship. Later, they will engage in talks and participate in a joint news conference before attending a formal state dinner on the White House grounds. During the arrival ceremony, President Biden highlighted the collaborative efforts between the United States and Kenya, focusing on critical challenges such as health, security, economic stability, cybersecurity, and climate security. He praised President Ruto's bold leadership in addressing these issues. The three-day state visit, which commenced on Wednesday, serves as an opportunity for both leaders to address the pressing issue of enormous debt burdens faced by Kenya and other developing nations. Their joint initiative, known as the Nairobi-Washington Vision, aims to rally global economies to take action. Biden's appeal to African nations underscores the U.S.'s commitment to being a better partner than China, which has been increasing its investments on the continent through high-interest loans and complex financing terms. To alleviate debt constraints, Biden and Ruto call upon creditor nations to reduce financing barriers for developing countries. Additionally, they urge international financial institutions to coordinate debt relief and provide better financing terms through multilateral banks. As the East African nation prepares to send police to Haiti, the two leaders emphasize the importance of international cooperation in supporting high-ambition countries. On Wednesday night, in a landmark meeting at the White House, President Biden warmly welcomed Kenyan President William Ruto, marking the beginning of a significant state visit aimed at bolstering ties between the United States and Kenya. The leaders, surrounded by key figures from both countries, engaged in discussions that underscored the importance of collaboration in the realm of technology and innovation. President Biden expressed gratitude for the enduring friendship between the two nations over the past 60 years, emphasizing the strength of their partnership. He commended Kenya's vibrant democracy and the contributions of its people to innovation and progress, highlighting the pivotal role of technology in transforming lives and driving economic growth. The meeting focused on forging a new era of technological cooperation between Kenya and the United States, with a particular emphasis on cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, and digital infrastructure. President Biden underscored the need for public-private partnerships to harness the potential of emerging technologies and strengthen supply chains for industries of the future, including clean energy and e-commerce. Acknowledging the enthusiasm surrounding the visit, President Biden expressed optimism about the future of technological innovation, noting that the next decade could see more advancements than the previous 50 years combined. He underscored the importance of collaboration in seizing this moment and reaffirmed the commitment of both nations to prioritize technological partnerships. In his remarks, President Ruto echoed President Biden's sentiments, emphasizing Kenya's status as a burgeoning tech hub and the wealth of opportunities for investment and collaboration. He highlighted Kenya's ambitious plans for digital infrastructure development, including the rollout of fiber optic networks to connect every corner of the country and expand access to e-commerce and digital education. President Ruto underscored the importance of translating discussions into concrete actions and expressed optimism about the prospects for signing investment agreements that would benefit both countries. He cited the presence of Kenyan semiconductor companies and fintech firms as examples of the diverse opportunities for collaboration between the two nations. As the meeting concluded, both leaders expressed their commitment to deepening cooperation in technology and innovation, recognizing the potential for positive impacts not only within their own countries but also across the globe. The state visit marks a pivotal moment in the relationship between the United States and Kenya, heralding a new chapter of collaboration and mutual prosperity in the digital age. Earlier, President Ruto had concluded the initial phase of his state visit to the United States of America, advocating for collaborative efforts between the private and public sectors to explore mutually beneficial partnerships. Upon his arrival in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday morning, President Ruto met with Speaker of the United States House of Representatives Mike Johnson at the United States Capitol. Additionally, he engaged with the U.S. Senate leadership, led by Majority Leader Charles Schumer, and delivered an address to the Black Caucus at the Library of Congress. The streets of Washington, D.C. have been bustling with activity,
The
adorned with
national
both
anthem
American
of the
and Kenyan
Republic of
flags
Kenya,
in anticipation of
followed by
President
the
Ruto's
national
visit.
anthem of the United States.
On Thursday, he is scheduled to participate in the state visit at the White House. During his time in Atlanta, Georgia, President Ruto called upon the U.S. business community to consider investing in Kenya's diverse range of investment opportunities. Addressing Fortune company chief executive officers, he highlighted the potential for lucrative returns, particularly in sectors such as renewable energy, housing, manufacturing, agriculture, and ICT. A significant development came during his visit to the Coca-Cola Company headquarters, where it was announced that Coca-Cola plans to invest 23 billion shillings, $175 million, over the next 5 years to expand operations in Kenya. President Ruto hailed this investment as a testament to the strong collaboration between Kenya and Coca-Cola. At the new Vivo Fashion Group retail store, President Ruto commended the inclusion of Made in Kenya brands, emphasizing the importance of businesses supporting each other's growth on a global scale. During a speech at Spelman College, President Ruto witnessed the signing of a partnership agreement focused on enhancing student and faculty exchange, joint research, and innovation to advance Kenya's Silicon Savannah initiative.
was looking into darkness for something to hold on. Found you when you were so broken, and I felt something was wrong. I think I'm in love, 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 I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Ooh, I'm in love with you. I think I'm in love, 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 I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. I was looking into darkness for something to hold on. Found you when you were so broken, and I felt something was wrong. I think I'm in love, 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 I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Ooh, I'm in love with you. I think I'm in love, 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 I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you.
Distinguished guests, the President of the United States.
Good morning. Hold the rain off. President Ruto, Mrs. Ruto, and your three lovely daughters who are here to my left. Nice. Welcome, 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 welcome. And all the distinguished guests, on behalf of myself and Jill, Vice President and Second Gentleman, and the American people, it's an honor to welcome you to the White House to celebrate 60 years of partnership between Kenya and the United States. At the stroke of midnight, that's worth applause. At the stroke of midnight on December 12, 1963, the world changed. Many Americans and many people around the world watched with great hope and great anticipation as hundreds of thousands of Kenyans came together, raised a new flag, declared their freedom, and gave life to a new nation. Ladies and gentlemen, that new democracy is enduring and enduring. It was a moment that forever connected our two nations. For while we may have been divided by distance, we were united by the same democratic values. I saw this during my first trip to Kenya as a young senator at the height of the Cold War, and watched our governments stand as one and prevail against communism. I saw it when I returned years later as vice president and spoke to students committed to upholding the principles of transparency, justice, and accountability that lie at the heart of our democracies. And I see it every day as president, as our two proud democracies continue to draw from the power of the people and the strength of our diversity to write the next chapter in our partnership. Together, the United States and Kenya are working to deliver on the challenges that matter most to our people's lives: health security, economic security, cyber security, and climate security. Mr. President, your bold leadership on this front has been important and significantly impactful. 90% of Kenya's electricity comes from clean energy. 90%. That's worth an applause. Over 1 million homes are powered by wind energy alone. That's worth applause, too. An historic Africa Green Industrialization Initiative, which you launched last year, is poised to create similar results in so many other nations, particularly in the continent. Across the region, Kenya and America are driving a race to the top with investments that we have and high standards for workers, technology, and environment. And we're working to ensure debt doesn't leave these critical investments and crucial investments out of reach for low and middle income countries. Around the world, Kenya and America are also standing united against the terror of ISIS and Al-Shabaab that they continue to perpetrate in East Africa. The aggression that Russia is inflicting on Ukraine, the violence that has toppled too many democracies across both our regions. And today, as we begin the next decade of our partnership, we've launched a new initiative to bring our countries, companies, and communities closer together, because the past is our proof that we are stronger and the world is safer when Kenya and the United States work together. Let me close with this. We stand at an inflection point in history where the decisions we make now will determine the course of our future for decades to come. Today, I'm as optimistic and hopeful as I was those years ago when Kenya patriots raised that new flag high in the midnight sky. Because Kenya and the United States stand together, committed to each other, committed to our people, and committed to building a better world, one of greater opportunity, dignity, security, and liberty for all Americans, for all Kenyans. God bless our partnership, and may God bless our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Distinguished guests, the President of the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you. President Joe Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, Madam Vice President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Jambo. let me take this opportunity in a very special way to bring you warm greetings from the people, the government of Kenya, and your brothers and sisters across the African continent. I want to thank President Biden for extending an invitation to me to undertake this state visit, a sign of friendship and partnership and collaboration between two countries that share common values, values of freedom, democracy, rule of law, equality, and inclusivity. We are very proud democratic nation. And today, as we celebrate our past, we are optimistic about our future. That by undertaking this state visit, we will have the opportunity to discuss and to have a conversation about building global partnership and leadership around the issues that pose challenges regionally, globally, and in countries like Kenya and many others. Challenges of climate change, challenges of insecurity, challenges around debt distress. And today we have an occasion to build synergies, to build partnerships that will not only solve our current problems, but also to build a future that is much more promising, much more prosperous, a fairer, a freer, a healthier, and a much more prosperous future. I am confident Mr. President, that a partnership between the United States of America and Kenya will give us the solutions that the world so seriously needs. And we will be discussing a range of issues from peace and security in our region, recognizing the heavy lifting Kenya is doing in supporting peace and security efforts in the Horn of Africa, in the Great Lakes region. And I want to say, Mr. President, we value the support, the friendship, and the collaboration the United States has given Kenya and our region to make sure that we undertake our responsibilities in securing our region. Mr. President, we will also be having the opportunity to discuss the investment opportunities, trade, and hopefully we will be able to persuade the United States to renew the Africa Growth and Opportunities Act that gives Africa the opportunity for access to markets so that we can create more jobs, we can create more wealth, and we can spread prosperity across our continent. And hopefully also we will conclude on our strategic partnership, on our strategic trade and investment partnership that will give us the opportunity in Kenya to work with companies in the United States and to build greater synergy around our continent on matters to do with trade, investment, especially as we put together the Africa Continental Free Trade Area and twin it with the United States, as we discussed at the Africa Leaders Summit last year, giving us an opportunity to build greater partnership between the continent of Africa and the United States. Mr. President, I know that our menu of discussion is broad and wide, and I am confident that under your leadership, we will be able to build a freer, a healthier, and a much more prosperous Kenya, United States, and for people around the world. Thank you very much.
Distinguished guests, please rise if you are able for the conclusion of the ceremony and departure of the official party.
Mr. President, this concludes the ceremony.
At the Center for Disease Control headquarters, President Ruto observed the signing of Memorandums of Understanding, MOUs, between CDC and the Kenya Medical Research Institute, the Ministry of Health, and the U.S. President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief. These agreements aim to develop a sustainability roadmap for Kenya's HIV program and establish the Kenya National Public Health Institute. President Ruto reiterated the importance of the U.S.-Kenya partnership in the healthcare sector, pledging to expand infrastructure, research, and local vaccine manufacturing. Additionally, President Ruto engaged with Kenyan citizens residing in the United States at the Cobb Galleria Center, held discussions with Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, and toured the Tyler Perry Studios, further solidifying ties between the two nations.